Hello, everybody. I am just going to make my points about the whole entire mudslinging that went on X yesterday, and I'll leave it at that. My 2 cents. Now, I made my points on X, and even though they're there, I just wanted to add them to my TikTok channel and all the other thing because I feel that it's extremely important to keep talking about these topics that again are not talked about. Now, yes, I did dye my hair, as you can tell, and yes, I know it needs to be cut. It's super like thing at the bottom, and I need deep conditioner, so I did dye it platinum or blonde, very, very, very blonde. I just look better as a blonde. Now, all right. So Charlie Kirk was at I would assume it's a conference, Christian conference, a church, some sort of like event where he was speaking to Christians. He said two very controversial things that apparently triggered like a bunch of like conservative women or women in general. I have no idea because there was just so much mudslinging going back and forth, and it was just everybody posting their own opinions on a topic that, I guess, you could have an opinion on, but just because you have an opinion on something doesn't mean you're correct about it. Now, one, Charlie Kirk had said and you can look for it yourself, it's all over Twitter. I'm more than certain it's all over YouTube. Hold on. Sorry, I had to wait till the dog stopped barking. Okay. This event was spoken to Christians and uploaded apparently to his channel on YouTube, Facebook. I have no idea where the actual video was. I only saw the clips, and it was clear he was speaking to Christians, and you had everyone chime in. He spoke about two different things. He spoke about how birth control is bad for women, which I 100% agree. I've seen it. I know it. They're never going to tell you that over and over again because they want to continue pushing the ideology of feminism and having birth control and having as much sex as you possibly want. Again, birth control is not good for you. It's a foreign kind of medication that you're constantly putting into your body all the time. It's not healthy for you. Period. End of story. That's where I line up with the whole birth control thing. Now, I do believe that you can use condoms and stuff like that. I don't see anything wrong with that, but apparently you have all these women that are just so... Anyway, so again, I don't want to divert from the conversation. Charlie Kirk then also spoke about how when you're in your 20s, you're at your prime, and after that, you're no longer in your prime. Now, I'm going to speak for this specifically because I already told you about birth control. I think 100% is bad for you. Don't do it. Wait until you get married. That's not a foreign concept for Christian girls. If it's a foreign concept for you, I can't help you, but that's just how Christian girls are taught. The prime thing. Now, this is where I kind of got a little bit not mad at all. I thought was the hysterical part of the whole entire conversation, because then you had all these women that kept coming in that's talking about what 5s and 6 and 7s and 8s of women, like on a rating system. It's so ludicrous, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, let's get into it. When you're in your 20s, you are at your prime, and that's just facts. I know people don't want to face reality. And listen, I get it. As a woman that is older, it is something that you have to learn to accept. We're all going to grow old. We're all going to get wrinkly. We're all going to, unless you believe in just constantly pumping yourself with Botox and all that stuff, plastic surgery, facelift and all that stuff, you're going to get wrinkles. I have wrinkles. I laugh a lot. I get, this is just how it is. You can use anti-aging creams. You can lotion your face. There's so many things you can do to combat like growing old and growing gracefully old. Dyeing your hair, stuff like that. But it's not going to change the fact that you will eventually grow old. Now, the reason why I say this is because when you're in your 20s, your collagen levels and all that stuff is at its best. This is why when you have kids, your body is more likely to bounce back from stretch marks and all that stuff, and your belly and all that stuff from swelling when you have a child in your early 20s and 20s than when you're in your 30s. It takes longer to recuperate, and then in your 40s, it's really much just. It's the same thing like when losing weight. When you're in your 30s and 40s, it's a lot harder than it is when you're in your 20s. Again, these are facts. These are biological facts. I'm not saying anything that's crazy. This is just facts. Now, when you want to say, if you want to say, well, I'm in my 30s, I'm not a feminist and, all that stuff. Listen, I am not a feminist. When I was in my 20s, a lot of things were taken out of my life. Choices were made that I had no control over. And I didn't get married when I was young. It didn't happen. I'm still not married. It's so much harder in your 30s and in your 40s and your 50s to ever find a partner like a man. You have to learn to accept realities the way that they are. Guys like younger girls. That's just how it is. They like girls with perky boobs. Let me tell you something. Because I have really nice boobs. Let me say this. I have really nice boobs. And it's absolutely heartbreaking for me to watch them sag. And as I grow older, they sag a little bit more. It is absolutely heartbreaking that a girl that went from not having to wear a bra has to wear a bra. It's really heartbreaking for me. But it is what it is. Life isn't fair. It's not supposed to be fair. I don't understand why we have to sugarcoat the fact that you're going to grow old. Your boobs are going to sag. You're going to get wrinkles. Your hair's going to turn gray. There's nothing wrong with prolonging it. Listen, there's nothing wrong with listen, I'm not passing judgment on people that want to put lip fillers, put a little Botox. I'm not passing any of that judgment on them. Just like I don't pass people on judgment on people that dye their hair. I dye my hair. I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that the reason I find that this whole entire mudslinging that was going on social media yesterday, which was X when I say social media, that was going on was just completely unnecessary. You had all these women that were going in there talking about when I was a 5. It was so stupid. It was a stupid conversation. And this is hold on. Sorry, I had to wait for her to stop barking again. Okay. So, what I want to do is break it down for the girls that are going to be turning 20s and they're 19 or, for the youth. Listen, as an older woman, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to be young forever. You can use a lot of creams to help you age gracefully. And what you can try to do is age gracefully. Remember that this face, your body, all of it is superficial. What actually matters is what's inside your heart, what's inside your soul. Your love for people, your love for God. If you want to be a mom, be a good mom. Stop allowing these feminists, these superficial people tell you what a woman should be, what a woman shouldn't be, what you should be, what you shouldn't be. Inside your heart, it is much more of an impact that you're going to leave than anything your face, your hair, anything that you do on the outside is never going to reflect what you really truly are on the inside. So just remember, this is all just a facade, and what you truly own is in your heart.